It wouldn't be a proper sports coupe comparison if we didn't find out which one of these, the Scion FRS, the Mustang V6, or the Hyundai Genesis 2-liter R-Spec, is fastest on track. Onto the front straight, and we start the clock. V6 is still making lots of power, over 300, but it is also heavy. It's 3,500 pounds. You really feel the car move around here. We've got electric power steering in this car, so some of the feedback, as you typically find with electric power steering systems, is masked, but everything I'm doing with the wheel is translated into a change in direction of the car. Of course, it doesn't sound as satisfying as the GT, but that 5-liter GT Mustang is a lot more expensive than this. Other than moving around a lot, the tires are staying planted exactly where I want them. Wow. The car is rolling on Pirelli P0 tires, and they're doing a fantastic job. It's actually fairly easy to drive. I'm really quite surprised. And final corner, onto the straight, and there's our start finish. And here we are at start finish, and away we go. It's got a 2-liter flat 4 up front, 6-speed manual transmission. There is an automatic optional. I don't think you'd ever want that. And it's got a limited slip differential. I think my biggest gripe with the car is that it comes on these all-season tires. It just doesn't have enough grip for me. But for most people, if you like sliding the car around, oh, it does move, and you can steer it with the throttle. And here we go, steering on the throttle. Love it. There we go. Love it. This by far is the most direct and visceral of these three cars. There is no mistaking what this car is doing at any time. It's fairly well balanced exiting corners. Good job, Scion. Nice. The brake pedal effort's fairly high, a little higher than what I'd expect in a little car like this. And cross start finish. And now we start the clock. This is the Hyundai Genesis Coupe 2.0T R-Spec. One of the things I've noticed about the Genesis, even though it is the R-Spec models, that the seats are not as well bolstered as those in the Scion or the Mustang. There's a fair bit of understeer here, and what I'm finding is that the turbo lag's fairly significant here. Try to keep that turbo spooled up and give me some power. I do have stability and traction control systems turned off, and the chassis, even here, full throttle, exiting the corner in second gear, chassis is well planted, there's lots of grip. on that rear axle, which is fine, but that also leaves our slightly narrower front tires to do a lot of work up front. You have to plan for that turbo lag as well. You've got to get on the throttle, you know, like a half second sooner than you'd imagine. And here we are, crossing start finish. So Graham, I'll throw in some more driving impressions here. So there you have it. The Mustang V6 was fastest around a racetrack, followed by a couple of seconds behind by the Genesis. And following that by 1/10 of a second was the little diminutive Scion FRS.